Hi family. So today we're doing something very different. Yes, story time. I'm going to tell you a very interesting, crazy, intense story about someone I used to know. Okay, yes, someone I used to know. I don't know if used to know really applies, but I used to know this person a long time ago. I haven't spoken to them in long as well. So yes, I'm going to tell you about the story of a very narcissistic person, about a narcissist. So this guy was charming and sweet and cute and really nice to me when we first met. He was very nice actually. Like, how do I say this? Like how you know a person before you know their real colors. And ladies and also men, you really need to look out for red flags. So yes, this guy was really nice at first until I got to know him really well. And one of the things he did to me, which were really crazy, was this guy once locked me in his house. A full day. Like, yes. This guy locked me in his house, not actually in one room. Like, he locked the door to exit, the entrance and exit door. I had access to the washroom and the kitchen in case I got hungry, but I was panicked, really panicked, because I wasn't used to being locked in. It was like I was in house jail. And yeah, I panicked so much that I tried banging on the windows and calling out to someone to see if anyone could help me. And the funny thing is, the people who came to the window were like, "Oh, you're one of them. This guy does this all the time." And I was really shocked, because doesn't mean because a person does it all the time you're going to ignore it. Probably this lady did nothing and she's panicked. So at least try finding out what's going on. Anything can happen, you never know. That house can burn down and that lady has no way of going out. And if something happens, you're going to be telling people, "Oh, I saw her." You saw her but you did nothing. So I was really disappointed in this guy. As I was like, so if he's done this before, doesn't mean I want this to be done to me. But yes, it happened. They actually told me, "Don't worry, he's going to come back, he'll show up later on." And he did. He actually showed up later on. And yes, another thing, every time we'd argue with this guy, he had the tendency of shouting and screaming and crying, which was really manipulative and really immature. Because every time he'd do this, he knew I would drop the fight, like the argument. That was it. I was like, he starts screaming and crying and shouting, and I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, that is it. Really manipulative, because he knew the moment he did that, he had me already. I couldn't fight anymore. You can't argue with a person who's shouting and crying at the same time. So yes. So this guy was really weird. One time we go out for lunch. Like regular people. Normal, regular dating couple. We go out for lunch and we've sat down, we've ordered, we were about to eat. And then there's a lady that shows up and goes and sits in another table. She orders, or she's ordering. Guy says hi, and the lady responds, but like she's unsure. I wasn't sure if they knew each other or they were just friends, or they were totally strangers. Yes. So this guy gets up and goes over to sit at that lady's table and orders food. So I'm confused. I'm left at the table like, that was kind of rude. Because if you're going to leave someone at the table, excuse yourself. Just say, "Hi, I'm sorry about this. I know this lady, can I just go over for 2 minutes? Say hi and then I'll be back." This guy just gets up, walks off and goes over to this lady's table. I was so pissed. I didn't even sit there for long. I didn't even eat. I just looked at my food, looked across at their table, and I just got up and left. I think he paid for the bills. I don't really care. I don't really know. I hope he did, because yeah, we didn't want that restaurant to go loss. So yeah, another weird thing about this guy. Oh, this guy was so weird and so crazy. I don't even know how this went on for about 8 months. 7 to 8 months. I don't know how it went on for that long. Because this guy was crazy. He used to go out, and then every time I'd see him, he'd have a different car, and every time I'd ask, he was so dismissive. which I didn't understand. Okay, the best thing, okay, it's not even actually the best thing. I feel like if he told me it's a friend's car, I wouldn't have been so concerned and curious. But every time he'd get a new car, he'd be like, okay, it's just a new car, and that's it. Every time I'd ask, be like, where did you get that car from? Look at me and just turn off everything and just start over, like start another story, and that was it. It's really narcissistic. He was crazy, despite of him being really nice, and I didn't notice the red flags at first, which was really crazy, and I should have. And he was manipulative. He used to do very funny things. Every time I get pissed, he'd do something very controlling, and I will stop getting mad. And I don't remember the details, but guys, there's going to be a part 2 of this. I tell you some more details as I remember. But this guy was really crazy. Even he used to believe other people's stories instead of coming to me first. Kind of like he was immature, because he got told a story by another person, by another lady friend, and then instead of coming to ask me if that's how the story went down, he did nothing. He didn't even talk to me. He just started accusing me. I can't believe you did that. How dare you? And I'm looking at him really confused. He never told me this story. Never, ever, ever. Never told me this story. I just found out this story from another lady friend of that friend, like a mutual friend of the lady who told that guy. So when I found out, I didn't even ask him. I was like, okay, this gone too far, immature, and I was pissed. I was so annoyed because I was like, you could have come, asked me, I would have told you what went down, what was false and what was true. But anyway, that's that. The lady apologized to be good. But yes, this guy went as far as cyberbullying. Guys, I have been cyberbullied, so I know how this feels. Like, it was one of those long, intense moments. You're like, oh God, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and then someone new is going to ask me what's going on, and I don't feel like telling this story, so I'm just going to ignore them, and they're going to think I'm rude, and the stories are true. So eventually he deleted the posts. Eventually he apologized to me. He wanted to be friends, but I had had enough. It was too much. It was just too much for me. He was controlling, and he was a narcissist, and I had just had enough of that, and that was it. Like, we'd broken up way before the cyberbullying, but I feel like he felt too much pain, rejection pain, which everyone goes through, but you just don't feel that kind of rejection pain to the point you go cyberbully someone. The account even got hacked. I don't know who did it, but according to this story, we can tell. So yes, so that's it, guys. Another story coming soon, guys. Enjoy, have fun. Until the next time, guys, wait for other things. We have interesting things coming up. Have a nice one. Goodbye. So guys, this is my new shell. It's actually not new. I've had it for a while now, and I really like this shell. There's just something about it. And if I can wear this one as a necklace, touch base. Anyway, yes, you guys also need to get a shell. Yeah, they actually do speak. I hear something. I'm playing. Wait, but I can't hear something. Bye, that's it. Yes, get yourself a shell. Mine's so small. I wish I could get a bigger one. If you know somewhere where I can get a bigger shell, please let me know. Just bye.